Why make this video now, before the game's release date has even been announced? Well, because for a lot of people, it might be time to start thinking about saving for a gaming PC. Stick around to help make your decision, and find out if I personally will be sticking to console or upgrading to PC. Here are 5 important things to consider. The complexity meter. Unlike the positive transparency that was offered alongside the announcement of Planet Zoo console, the original Planet Coaster console was revealed to be shackled with a restrictive building limit, and this was all just days before launch, and long after incentivised pre-orders. This provoked major unrest within the community, and likely reminded Frontier of how contentious such a limit would be. This time, Frontier have made sure to confirm that Planet Coaster 2 Console Edition will feature a build limit.
For those of you that are playing on console, so Xbox or PlayStation, there will be a complex limit. It's there to protect you.
Whilst players on PC will not have a complexity meter, and will be able to build to the capabilities of their PC. But what is it? The complexity meter increases as you expand and add to your park, to ensure smooth performance on your console. Note that this may in certain instances be smoother than playing on a weaker PC. Anything and everything, such as the number of rides, and also considering 4 meter versus say 20 meter track pieces used to construct a coaster, the number of guests in your park, the amount of scenery pieces used, and even pathing according to the width and length can increase the percentage counter. The more you build, the closer you will be to hitting the 100% limit, where you'll be prevented from building any more in your park without removing the less desired areas or rides. Here are a few examples of the original Planet Coaster console's complexity meter in action. And this brings us nicely to cross-platform capabilities. All players on Planet Coaster 2 will have access to the Frontier Workshop. Blueprints, coasters and complete parks will be available directly from the in-game menu, or online on the Frontier Workshop. The complexity build limit will apply to the sharing of files between console and PC. PC players will be made aware of the cross-platform restrictions as they build past the level at which a console could no longer download, explore and edit a park. Console and PC players will be able to build with friends across platforms, but only to the percentage limit. Custom media. The PC version of Planet Coaster offered the opportunity to upload your own videos, images and audio to be displayed and heard from billboard screens and speakers. Contrastingly, Planet Coaster Console was released with only a limited library of images that resized poorly to the varying screen dimensions. Frontier were unable to integrate the extra level of customization found on the PC version, with no option to download media from the cloud or a USB stick. Speakers were preloaded with only official soundtracks and some sound effects from a drop-down list. To add to the disappointment, the studio's DLC's parabolic screens weren't provided with even the most basic of the PC version's pre-recorded videos. This left console players feeling pretty short-changed, after being charged extra for what became an unusable feature. TMTK. Planet Coaster's Theme Maker's Toolkit enabled the conversion of 3D model creations into Planet Coaster scenery items. These could be later imported into your Planet Coaster theme parks, or used as building blocks to make further piece-by-piece creations. TMTK items could be shared with the community for everyone to enjoy via the Steam Workshop. When Nerd Chacho asked whether TMTK will feature from day one, Frontier said that they'll be able to answer this at a later date. Planet Coaster Console Edition did not include TMTK, however the new Console Edition will now benefit from having access to the same Frontier Workshop, as opposed to being excluded from the Steam Workshop creations. And now, controls. I'm going to stick up for the Console Edition here. The controls of Planet Coaster on console felt very intuitive. The radial menu can perform certain actions without having to scroll through the menus, and the speed of building of the most skilled console players will now, after many years of practice, be very comparable to those on PC. Players of the Console Edition can even plug a USB keyboard and mouse into the Xbox or PlayStation, and customise the keyboard shortcuts. So, should you be frustrated by the limiting possibilities of Planet Coaster 2 on console, remember that all examples in this video have been based upon previous Frontier console ports, and the later Planet Zoo console's build limit was far more generous. We can only hope that this will once again be optimised. Personally, I've enjoyed the challenge. Fantastic builds equal to the complexity of PC creations will be achievable. However, personally, despite all of this, I need some help building a PC.